Oh, what happened? Where am I? Where am I? Am I live yet? Oh, I am live. Hello, everybody. Let me see if I can get this right. Oh my gosh. Quý vị nghe không? Can you hear me and can you see me? I can hear the music. I don't know if you can. Quý vị nghe không? If you hear and see me, one for the US. Còn như nếu mà quý vị đang ở Việt Nam, number two for Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Let's see here. Yes, you can hear me. Very good. Hello, chị Minh Châu. We've got my buddy Jim Rotter. My first student, Phát Ngô. Okay, we've got Sun. Always like seeing familiar names. Hello, everybody. Okay. I'm still a little bit jet lagged. Got Seattle in the house. Got my girl Jen Lee, Dennis. Love it. Okay, quý vị khỏe không? I have been sleeping during the day. Sáng nào cũng là 3 giờ sáng là dậy rồi. And I've been trying to stay up. So, okay. Goodbye, music. Music fade down. Hey, Phát, how's my sound? Tuần vừa rồi nha. Tuần vừa rồi không ai nói gì hết trơn á. Tự nhiên mình thấy cái livestream mình coi lại, mình thấy cái âm thanh nó dở dễ sợ luôn. Dở quá trời luôn á, mà không ai nói cho mình biết hết trơn á. Sao quý vị kỳ vậy? Không thương hả? Nếu đáng ra quý vị thương, quý vị phải nói, hey Lena, hình như something wrong with the audio. But it sounds good now. Yeah, I know what I did last time. I made a mistake. So very, very good. Thu Lee in the house. My girl from Minnesota. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're watching from Minnesota, are you? Okie dokie. Rồi. Như quý vị đã biết, Lena đi Việt Nam rồi mới về, giấc ngủ chưa có quen, mà công việc là rất ơi là nhiều, nên I've been so busy. Khi đó tính là hôm nay thôi mình nghỉ chút, mình làm việc đi cho nó xong việc, nhưng mà nghĩ lại nói no là tại vì có hẹn 1-2 người là new listener đó. New listener nói là không bao giờ mà gặp livestream hết, nên Lena nói là ok, thứ năm có nào, nên mình phải làm, mình nói mình phải làm. And so the lesson for tonight là actually I did this lesson a long time ago. Không biết quý vị có nhớ không? Còn như nếu mà ai không nhớ hoặc là chưa coi, then you still like it. Hồi nãy giờ mình thấy số 1 ha, nhiều người đang coi từ Mỹ nè. We got Seattle in the house. We got a lot of people from California. Right. Nãy giờ không thấy số 2, chưa thấy số 2. Như vậy là everyone in the US hay là sao? Đây cũng thêm một số 1 nữa nè. Hello Trang from Florida. Okay. Rồi 2-1 gì cũng is okay. It's all good. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to see. Nè, tự nhiên nhắc một cái là bây giờ số 2 lên. Wait a second. We've got Kai or Kai. Cái tên này tiếng Việt is it? I knew someone who was a Kai. But watching from the Philippines. Hello. And we've got someone from Vietnam where it's 8 a.m. in Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Okay. We got someone from Boston. The rest are, hello, Tom. So we got a few twos in there. Everyone's welcome. Manila is 9 a.m. And we got someone from Canada. Oh, you're from Canada, eh? You're pretty friendly in Canada too. Số 2 là gì? Số 2 là ở đâu chị? Số 2 thường thường là ở Việt Nam. Nhưng mà người ở Philippines cũng chơi luôn số 2 luôn. It's okay. Thì số 2 là bên kia thôi. Trời đang sáng là số 2. Okay. We got someone from Louisiana. Ông xã Lena là từ Louisiana đó. Hello, Lily. I love it. Sao hôm nay thấy ai cũng là dễ thương quá ha? New Hampshire. New Hampshire thì, 9 giờ nhưng mà 9 giờ tối. Mấy bạn bên East Coast rất là dễ thương, không ngại trời trời, sometimes, giờ giấc, nhưng mà vẫn là yeah, Canadians are very friendly. We got some on Mobile, Alabama. Alrighty then. Of course, we've got some people from Orange County, from behind the orange curtain, here in beautiful Southern California. And of course, my friends up in Canada. We love Canada. Okay, rồi, here we go. Are you ready? Hey, Marcella. Oh my gosh, first time I saw Marcella. Marcella is a wonderful woman, also in the finance industry, doing amazing things over there on the East Coast. Just opened another office. She is moving and shaking. Quý vị biết movers and shakers tiếng Anh là sao không? Là những người mà đang làm cái gì đó. Yeah, they're movers and shakers. Marcella is a mover and a shaker. Girl, I can't wait to see you shake it, shake it, shake it in Vegas. Okay. Some people think I'm funny. You're so funny. Lafayette. Okay, rồi. Now so you can all talk about yourself. Ông xã Lina là redneck. Yes, he is. My husband's a redneck. But he's a cool redneck. Yeah, he's a cool redneck. Hold on. Oh, my daughter's calling me. My daughter's is homesick. She's upstairs now watching TV. She doesn't realize I'm live. So, okay. Here we go, you guys. Here we go. Let's take a look at today's lesson, because actually a lot of white Americans get these wrong too. So you shouldn't feel bad. But so let's learn about it. So these are English idioms and saying that that sometimes people get wrong. Okay? And let's see if these are common mistakes. And if you don't know how to say them correctly and you hear someone else say it incorrectly, that's how it happens, people. That's how that stuff happens. No one corrects you. Sometimes mình nói không đúng nhưng mà họ ngại, họ không có sửa nha. So people don't want to be rude, so they don't want to correct you. And guess what? Years later, you're still saying it wrong. So I am here to be rude. I'm here to be rude and tell you you're doing it wrong. In another word, I hear this all the time. In another word is not the way to say it. The correct saying is in other words. In other words, it is a phrase used to indicate that one is about to restate something in a different way. Okay, normally to clarify or simplify it. This means sometimes mấy người mà nói chuyện hơi dài dòng đó. And then at the end, they want to make sure you understand it, so they say, in other words. Okay? Here's an example. I tried to understand the plot and get into the characters, but found myself thinking of work I could have done at home instead. In other words, the movie sucked. In other words. Okay? In other words, not in another word. Nói tóm lại. That's pretty good. It's a little bit like nói tóm lại. Nó không có thực sự là nói tóm lại, nhưng mà nhiều lúc mình xài nói tóm lại cũng là okay. Yep, very good. Kayla's still sick. She's doing a little better. Right off the back. This is wrong. It is supposed to be right off the bat. Right off the bat. Chứ không phải là right off the back nha. It means from the beginning. Right away, from the beginning. He told me right off the bat he didn't like to work weekends. He told me right off the bat he didn't like to work weekends. And I told him he was fired. That's what I told him. I told him he can't work with me. Right, Team Van May? Yeah. Okay. Nip it in the butt. Okay. You So many people get this one wrong. So many people get this one wrong. So many people have gotten wrong that it has almost become right. Like it almost has become correct because so many people say it wrong. No, you don't nip it in the butt. Get out of that butt. You nip it in the bud. Bud. You stop something bad from becoming worse by catching it early. Người ta kêu là nip it in the bud. Quý vị biết bud là cái gì không? How do we say bud in Vietnamese? Bud là giống như là for instance, chẳng hạn như okay, for instance, mấy cái cành hoa nụ hả? Thank you, Anne. Nhớ là cái hoa nó chưa nở ra, nó mới vừa ra vậy thôi á, nó kêu là bud. Nên nếu mà mình muốn là stop nó, mình nip it in the bud. Mình ngắt một cái cho rồi, mình ngắt cái. Okay? Nhưng mà so many people say nip it in the butt. Butt là cái gì? Someone please, can someone please translate butt into Vietnamese for me? Someone do it. I want to see it. What is butt in Vietnamese? Wait a second. Now, I knew it. I knew because there's so many ways to do it. So you got a person who's just going to say it like this. Who's just going to say it like this. Just going to say it like that. Yeah. It's because it's and then other people say it in other ways like mong. Okay? So it's not nip it in the butt, it is nip it in the bud. Trời ơi, nếu mà you nip it in the butt là you doing something else chứ you're not doing this. Okay? Nip it in the bud. Next one. Oh, this is the sentence. Bad habits by children have to be nipped in the bud. Although with children, sometimes you have to nip it in the butt too. Okay? Như vậy là khi mà mình muốn là không biết tiếng Việt mình có những cái câu như vậy không? Nhưng mà mình biết cái gì là nó đã bad rồi và mình không có muốn nó là thành bad hơn nữa đó, là mình phải stop ngay đó. Okay? Nip it in the bud. Okay. That's right in my alley. Wait a second. What? It's not right in your alley. It's right up your alley. That's right up my alley. That means that's the kind of thing I like. Okay? Chứ không phải là in my alley nhưng mà nó là up my alley. That's right up my alley. It's going to be a karaoke party. That's right up my alley. Okay? Như vậy là đúng đúng mánh hả? Phải không? Trời ơi, đúng mánh rồi. That's what it means. Right up my alley. Cái này là giống như là đã ứng mà còn ép nữa đó. Okay? Next one. Add salt to the injury. So, of course, Vietnamese have the same saying about adding salt to injury. Okay? It's add insult to injury. Add insult to injury. It's actually not saying add salt to the injury. The actual saying is add insult to injury. It's to make a bad situation worse. Còn cái câu Việt Nam đó, gì? Yes, right here. Cái câu Việt Nam á, sặc muối vào vết thương. That's like so. Maybe that's why people say it wrong. Okay? So it's add insult to injury chứ không có phải là add salt to injury. Traffic was so bad, and to add insult to injury, I ran out of gas. That sucks. Okay? Right up my alley. Hồi nói sao? Right up my alley. Đó là nước của tôi hả? Trời. What is this? Okay, here we go. Next one. Don't use him an scapegoat. What? I think I might have made a mistake when I was doing these a long time ago. Okay? An scapegoat. Don't use him as an scapegoat. I forgot a word there. So that's the wrong way to say it. It's not an scapegoat. It's called a scapegoat. Scapegoat chứ không phải là a scapegoat. Okay? It is a scapegoat. Those are two words. A scapegoat is someone who is blamed for something. So, okay, someone who's easy to blame. You always blame that person. Okay? You don't want to take responsibility. You're going to blame it on someone else. So you use that person as a scapegoat. A scapegoat is something else. That means your goat has gotten away. Okay. Billy is always using his little brother as a scapegoat. All right. Scapegoat, not a scapegoat. All right. The issue is front and center. So sometimes people use this saying to sound intelligent, to sound smart. But if you say it incorrectly, you no longer sound smart. The issue is not front and center. The issue is front and center. And, chứ không phải là in. The issue is front and center. That means it's top priority. Top priority. Trust me, the issue is being dealt with front and center. Okay? And I know why people get it wrong, because when we speak English, it's lazy English. We drop off sounds, we drop off letters. So we always say front and center. And to the person who doesn't know, they hear front and center, but it's front and center. Okay, next one. It'll tie you over. I made this mistake for a very, 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 very long time. Like before you eat dinner and you know, you don't want to eat a big snack, you just want to eat something little. A lot of people say it'll tie you over. Now that'll tie me over to dinner, but that's wrong. That's wrong. The correct way to say it is it'll tide you over. T-I-D-E. Okay? So it's going to help you continue. It'll tide you over. Dinner won't be ready for an hour. Have a snack to tide you over. This one is I understand why people get this wrong a lot. Nhưng mà if you're going to use sayings, you've got to do it correctly. Okay, here we go. Chalk it up to experience. Oh my gosh, here's another one, you guys. People say this wrong so often that it almost becomes accepted. Like I hate that, but okay. So chalk it up to experience. The correct word is chalk it up. It's to link something that has happened to a particular reason or a circumstance. So it's to credit something for something else happening. Chalk it up. Okay, chalk là giống như là chalk, chalk. What do they call it in Vietnamese? Khi mà mình viết trên cái, blackboard, cô giáo hay viết á, chalk. I totally forgot how you say that. Cục phấn? I thought that was it, but I didn't know that. Huh, okay. Dennis, thank you. Người Mỹ mà cũng learn được, quý vị thấy hông? Người Mỹ cũng learn. He did well on the presentation. Chalk it up to experience. Chalk it up. Okay? Chalk, not chalk. Oh, I hate this one. I hate this one. People say this one wrong all the time. Kể cả người Mỹ nè, người Mỹ nói cái này wrong all the time nè. And this is another one of those phrases that people use to sound smart. But when they use it wrong, no longer smart, no longer sounding smart. For all intensive purposes. The right way to say it is for all intents and purposes, not intensive purposes, intents and purposes. It means for practical reasons, okay, or in every practical sense, virtually. For all intents and purposes. The meeting, for all intents and purposes, was a way for the team to get to know each other. So, as a rule of thumb, you can use for all intents and purposes the same way you would use the phrase at the end of the day. Okay, all intents and purposes. This is another one people get wrong all the time. And I know why. Okay? It's a work in progress. This is wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. It's a work in process, in progress. So there are 3 words. But when you speak English, you push it all together. And so that's how people learn it the wrong way. They've never seen it written down, they've only heard it. It's a way to say that there's room for improvement, but progress is being made. It's a work in progress, not it's a working progress. It's a work in progress. The drawing doesn't look like her right now, but it's a work in progress. Wow, tự nhiên đói bụng quá. Okay. Oh. This is probably the number one thing people say wrong, and it's become right. Okay. I know language changes. Okay, I know language changes. I'm okay with that. There are new words. You know what I don't like is I don't like when a mistake becomes a new word or accepted. But I'm old-fashioned that way. This is one of those things. I bet you 95%, 99% of the people watching right now, 99% of you think this is actually the saying. A bold-faced lie. A bold-faced lie. It's wrong. Chị Thúy Lan nói là I'm eating dinner while watching you. Trời ơi. Chị biết mình đói bụng, chị chơi vô câu đó đó. Ác dễ sợ luôn. Ủa chị đang ăn gì vậy? Okay. A bold-faced lie is wrong. It is a bald-faced lie. A bald-faced lie. It's shameless to tell a bald-faced lie is blatant lie. Okay? Lie mà lie Hình như tiếng Việt kêu như là trắng trợn phải không? Or something like that. A bald-faced lie, not a bold-faced lie. Oh, and now people say bold-faced lie, they write it that way, they think it's that way. Oh, well, okay. The politician told his constituents a bald-faced lie. Right to their faces. Đang ăn phở áp chảo, trời ơi. Okay, questions. Are there any words that you find difficult? Um, Again, this was just an old lesson I pulled up because I didn't really have time to prepare anything for tonight. So remember, okay, just get these right. Just if you want to sound smart, if you're gonna use a saying or an idiom or anything like that, just do it correctly. Okay, a bald-faced lie, a work in progress, for all intents and purposes, not intensive purposes. This is a pet peeve of mine. I hear this one all the time. And when I do, I suddenly hear nothing else. So they're about to say something smart or important, and then they say this, I don't hear anything else. Okay? Chalk it up to experience. It'll tide you over, Tide, tide you over. The issue is front and center, not front in center, front and center. Scapegoat. Don't use him as a scapegoat, not an scapegoat. An scapegoat is probably mấy con dê mà người ta sắp làm lẩu dê đó. And then nó chạy đi. Nó escape là khác. Okay? Còn mình đồ hô người khác kêu là a scapegoat. Rồi. Add insult to injury, not salt. It's insult to injury. Okay? Còn cái salt to injury, that's a Vietnamese saying. But it's adding insult to injury. Insult. Right up my alley. Okay? Right up my alley. If it's in your alley, that's probably where your car is parked. If it's up your alley, that's your kind of thing. That's my kind of thing. Okay? Đúng bài rồi đó. Nip it in the bud. Bud, not butt. Everyone says nip it in the butt. It's bud. A lot of people get this one wrong. Nip it in the bud. Okay? Right off the bat. Chứ không phải là right off the back. It's right off the bat. From the beginning. Right off the bat. In other words. In other words. Not in another word. In another word is not a saying. And when you say it that way, then you're only going to choose one word that's different. Okay? Okay, someone asked a good question. They said, I'm going break or I'm going on break. Okay. I'm going break doesn't make sense. So it has to be I'm going on break or on a break. But I'm going break doesn't make sense. You're missing something there. Okay? You could go broke. So that's something else. Okay? Hold on, my husband is texting me. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Hello ông xã. Okay. Hello ông xã. I am live right now. Okay. Um Yeah, so you're going on break or you're going on a break, but not going break. That no. Although sometimes if you're in a work situation, people will have their own work language. You might say, "Okay, I'm going to break," or "Why don't you break her?" Meaning, put that person on break. So that's a whole different thing. But if you're speaking English, it's different. Okay. Although versus even though. Great question. Although and even though actually have like similar meanings. Okay. Um, and the meaning is like, um, the meaning is like despite and in spite of. Okay. So some people use them interchangeably. Yeah, I said that right. Interchangeably. Um, so these are, and this is a whole nother lesson. So they're conjunctions. Um, but one is a little more strong. The one is stronger. So if you use the words even though, it's a little more stronger than if you're saying although. Okay? That's a whole different thing. Bold and bald is my light bulb moment tonight. Dennis, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. Thấy không? Ông Mỹ mà ông cũng học được nè. Mhm. Hello, we've got someone from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Annie says in Vietnamese, although is you la, and even though is tuy nhiên. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that. Tuy nhiên. Isn't tuy nhiên more like however, right? Um, but here's the thing, especially in Vietnamese and in English, there are many ways to say the same thing. And depending on how you say it, depending on what other words you use them with, right? Mặc dù. Uh-huh. Okay, very good. Dù sao đi nữa. You see how many different ways we can say it? Right? It's just like when you're saying despite. You can use although, even though, despite, in spite of. Someone says in another word, nói cách khác là. No, but that's wrong. That's wrong nhá. In another word là nói sai. Nếu mà nói đúng là phải nói là in other words. Còn khi mà mình xài cái chữ another word, nó là chỉ là một chữ khác thôi. Another word is just another word, one word. But the meaning is in other words. In other words. Vietnamese get this wrong a lot. I see it in writing a lot. People will write to me and they write in another word. Nhưng mà what you mean is in other words. Okay? In other words. Okay, bây giờ Lina hỏi vậy nào. Mấy người mà hôm nay quý vị ăn gì vậy? Yes, I want to hear it. Nếu mà mình bên Việt Nam thì mình ăn sáng chưa? Và bên đó ăn sáng ăn gì? Còn mấy bạn ở đây hôm nay ăn tối ăn gì? Kể cho Lina nghe chứ. Steak. Okay, Thuli, she had some steak up there in Minnesota. Ăn cơm thì không biết ăn cơm. Ăn cơm với gì? Ooh, we got someone watching us from Chile. Santiago. Okay. Rồi cơm, ăn gì? Spring rolls. Oh, là gỏi cuốn đó hả? Oh my gosh. Wait. Gà kho gừng. Wow. That sounded good. Cà ri gà. Uh-huh. Bánh mì baguette hả? Thịt nướng. Oh, wow. Wow. Mì satay hả? Gì? Mì satay maybe. What do you mean maybe? Như vậy chưa ăn đó hả? Ăn cua. Gì nữa? Mì gói. Mì gói với trứng. Trời ơi, mì gói trứng nghe ngon đó nha. Yes. Sáng nay em ăn bánh mì thịt. Ủa, Debbie tội quá. Canned soup hả? Bệnh đến sao mà canned soup? Lina ăn gì? Lina chưa ăn. Bởi vậy hỏi nè. Mình đang hỏi nè. Wow. Ok. Gì? Chị sẽ ăn gì á hả? Is that what you're asking me? Well, this is what I have right now. Gà kho gừng mình cũng có ngoài đó. Mình có thịt kho. Thịt mà mỡ nhiều, thịt gì đó, thịt ba chỉ á, phải không? So pork belly with eggs, thịt kho. We have canh sườn với rau. Cái này là cô Jen của bạn make giùm nè. Rau gì vậy? Chị không biết luôn, nhưng mà canh rau với sườn non. And what else do I have out there? I have some cá kho tộ làm với salmon. Okay. Yeah. Hủ tiếu chay. Oh, hủ tiếu chay sounds pretty good too. Okay. Gì? Okay. Yeah. Yummy, right? Toàn là món ngon. Trời ơi. Mình là người thưởng thức đồ ăn mà. Cơm với gà kho gừng. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Toàn là món ngon hết à. And you know what I'm going to make tomorrow? I think tomorrow, vì mình đi chợ mình mua rồi. You know what I really like? Nó rất là simple nhá. Here, let me get off the screen. Hồi xưa đó, hồi mà Lina nhỏ, mỗi lần mà má nấu ăn á, bắt mình phải đứng trong bếp mà học. Khi đó mấy đứa nhỏ kia nó đi nó chạy nó chơi. Mình phải đứng trong bếp mà coi nha. Anyway, sau này. And one thing I really like is canh cà chua. Như vậy là thịt bò với là cà chua. And sometimes má bỏ thêm mấy cái lát thơm á, khóm or whatever you call it, in there. And sau này làm love it. My son loves it. Đứa con trai nó thích dễ sợ luôn. Sau này á, mình làm xong mà mình chế thêm cái cách làm nữa. It's so good. So how do you guys do it? So when I do it, sau này đó, là mỗi lần mà Lina nấu ăn là nấu nhiều lắm. I don't know why, I just do. I love it. Thì mình dĩ nhiên mình ướp thịt bò, right không? And then mình cắt cà chua ra. And I don't do big pieces. I do thin pieces. Rồi of course you do dầu với là hành cái shallots, what are those called? Cái hành gì đó đó. Right? And then do you know what I do? Mình làm thịt bò riêng nha. So mình xào thịt bò, rồi mình lấy thịt bò ra, mình bỏ aside. And then I put the cà chua in the pan. And then mình xào nó lên đến khi mà nó thành giống như là cái tomato sauce luôn á. Nên mấy cái lát cà chua nó không có còn giòn nữa. I used to eat it the other way. Bây giờ mình làm nó it's so good because it's tastier that way. Oh my gosh. Rồi sau đó mình mới làm canh and then cơm trắng. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Okay, kể thôi mình thấy ngon quá trời rồi. Hành phi, hành tím. Oh yeah. Ly nhớ là má của Lina là nấu bún riêu là oh my gosh. Number one. Nhưng mà hình như má Lina nấu cái gì cũng number one hết. nhất là bánh bột lọc. She spends the whole day. Bởi vậy bây giờ Lina đi ra ngoài tiệm hoặc là người ta order hoặc tới nhà bạn, không bao giờ bánh bột lọc ngon bằng má làm. Nên, like, I don't wanna eat it anywhere else. And bánh bèo too, là hồi xưa mình mới qua Mỹ nha. Like, I don't know, hình như sau này họ bán này bán kia, mình có thể mình làm bánh bèo. Hồi đó là má của Lina là phải chế ra cái cách mà làm bánh bèo tại Mỹ đó. Way, way back then. Oh, it was so good. So má Lina là nấu ăn cái gì cũng ngon nhưng mà, bún riêu, bún bò Huế thì dĩ nhiên rồi, bởi vậy bây giờ Lina đâu có ăn bún bò Huế chỗ khác được được đâu. Although, cái quán gì đó, ghiền bún bò đó, ngon đó nha. That I eat and I like. Even though bây giờ mấy cái quán Huế ở đây đó, vào đó ăn bún bò Huế không được, không ngon. Okay? What else does she make that's really good? But everything rau muống xào tỏi quá trời ngon. Very good. Okay. Thịt kho má làm khi nào cũng ngon rồi. Cá kho nhưng mà không có phải là cá kho tộ, nhưng mà I don't know what kind of cá kho is called. Tại vì mình có rất là nhiều cách kho phải không? So kho what kind of kho is that? Is it I don't know if it's kho mặn nhưng mà cái cá nó there's no ngọt in there. Bỏ thêm vài cái lát ớt xanh xanh to lớn như vậy. Oh my gosh. So good. So bánh bèo nè, bánh bột lọc, bún riêu nè. What else? Những cái món canh, đồ xào ở nhà, my mom is just number one. Yeah. Kho tiêu hả? Kho tiêu có kho cá mà kho tiêu không? I thought kho tiêu was more like thịt heo. Nghe đã quá chị ơi, phải không? That's what it is. It is very đã em. It is. Kho ngót. Ngót? Never heard that before. Okay. Annie. Yeah, bữa kia Lina có hỏi là nếu mà có ai mà hello up there. Translate cái bài mà họ viết á, họ phỏng vấn rồi họ viết về Lina đó. It's interesting khi mà mình translate qua Vietnamese, it's khó chứ đâu dễ đâu, nhất là nếu mà mình muốn nghe cho nó hay. Thì bữa kia có một cô là người khách hàng nha, đang làm việc với cô đó. The next day she translated it. Thank you for reminding me, Annie, bây giờ mới nhớ nè. Bây giờ Lina sẽ đăng. Rồi bây giờ nhớ thêm cái khác nữa nè, thêm cái khác nè. Quý vị ơi, rất là dễ thương luôn. So, let me see if I can share it here. Đứa con gái của Lina nó 15 tuổi, thì bữa hôm kia nó gửi cái text, mà cái text sound kỳ, nó nói là "Hi, this is Kayla." Đâu bao giờ mà text mình như vậy. Mình nhìn xuống, she tự sign up để gây quỹ cho American, mình phải coi lại để make sure cho nó đúng nào. She không có hỏi nha, she không có hỏi trước, she không có nói, nó không nói mình biết luôn. But she signed up to raise money for the American Heart Association. And she wants to be a teen of impact. Như vậy là muốn là làm một người trẻ nhưng mà có, bây giờ dịch ra không biết, a teen of impact. So she signed up for this fundraiser. She's going to raise funds for the American Heart Association. Okay, để giúp những người mà có những vấn đề về tim đó. Because that kills a lot of people actually. And so she gửi cái link đó để Lina đóng góp. And I said, oh my God, that's so cute. Bây giờ mới nhớ. And I haven't done it yet. Nhưng mà I wanted to share it with you because nếu quý vị ai mà có, nếu mà quý vị mà làm được, okay? If you're able to. 5-10 đồng thôi. Please, I would really appreciate it. để mình cho cháu nó có tinh thần, nó biết là khi mà nó tự động nó muốn làm cái gì good như vậy để giúp người khác. It's a great thing to do. So I was really proud of her that she's doing that. And then I just put it in the chat, yeah. So nếu mà quý vị được á, mình bấm vào đó, even if quý vị donate $1 thôi, cho nó vui vui, để cho cháu thấy là okay, this is what I'm doing. Mình gây quỹ, mình giúp người khác. Okay? And so I'll post it on my Facebook later too, but if you're able to, that would be awesome. Để mình show cháu là bây giờ là my army of people, my friends, my Facebook friends and my followers and all these people. Uh-oh. So we can help her raise some money and help other people. Okay. That's it. Bây giờ nãy giờ mình nói chuyện đó. Mình hơi bị đói. So I think I'm gonna try to stop it just a little bit early. And nhắc quý vị. Venmo. Yeah, I don't know, Debbie. You just go on there and you click and it says you can donate whatever amount. And then từ đó nó mới là hỏi là mình muốn donate bằng cách gì đó. So that would be just really cool. And then she can see all these wonderful Vietnamese names of the people who've helped her in this. That would be really awesome. I would really appreciate that. And if you don't, I'll also share it on my Facebook. And if anyone, because once this live is down, you can't get on the link anymore, yeah? Meaning you can't see my links, the chats. So, okay, everyone, nhớ là every Monday and Thursday, next Monday đó, maybe next Monday Lina sẽ kéo chị bạn lên để maybe mình nói chuyện một chút về thuế, là tại vì bây giờ là mùa thuế nè, và cộng thêm as chị chia sẻ một câu chuyện rất là quan trọng và nên kể nha. So maybe I'll do that next Monday. And I will see you again Monday and Thursday. Next week là Lina sẽ đi xa. I'm going back to the East Coast, everybody. Back to the East Coast. But I'll try to go live when I can. Here we go. Here's the music. Very good. Yes. If you missed this video, please watch it from the beginning. If you're going to use idioms and sayings, if you're going to use extra words to sound smart, you got to use the right words. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. That's embarrassing. Don't get it wrong. Okay. Rồi. Lina chúc quý vị bên Philippines và bên Việt Nam một ngày thật là vui vẻ. Okay. And cho các bạn ở Mỹ nè, ở bên này nè, nhất là bên East Coast bây giờ tối rồi đó, một đêm ngủ ngon. I hope I can stay up a little bit. Sáng nào 3 giờ sáng là dậy rồi. Woo. So I'm going to try to get back to normal. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jim, chị Minh Châu. Please remember, get on there and show a little love. There's Kayla's first fundraiser on her own. Nhá, để mình giúp cho cháu có chút tinh thần ha. Okay, bye everybody. Rồi bây giờ Lina đi ăn nè. Nên ăn gì giờ? Ăn canh? Ăn gà? Ăn cá? Tôi coi cả ba luôn. Okay, bye everyone. Love you. See you next time.